How are you though?
I'm doing good. What's going on here?
Not much, man. The magazine will be here. I would say in about 2 weeks. So we're happy about that, and we have some good feedback that lets us know that we actually have enough content to do like 5 to 10 more issues. So it's just putting everything in context and making everything make sense, but also not just doing it just to do it because we can make a dance magazine, but do it to where it's really going to be educational, to where we're really going to be making a difference with every issue that we do, not just to do it. Because we really want to help and we really want to educate. And what we have learned throughout our journey with doing this is that not only do we have to be in the know, of course we have to be in the know of the dancers and the dance industry, but we also have to find out the educators that are in the dance industry as well, the people that are educated, the ones that can offer more to the kids, because everybody's out here teaching workshops now, but they're not really offering the proper guidance, to the kids, and we can see that. I'm not, going to say any names, but we can see what we can see, and then when we go to workshops like Richard Jackson's, we can see the difference as far as the education that's involved, and even from our previous conversations, how you talked about how you went to school. Those are the things that are missing in the dance classes that we see, that aspect of it, and we feel that the kids especially need to know that if they want to be successful.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's why I always want to try to, get back in touch with you and, just to get more out of you, because, it's very rare that, that the dancers are also educated, because people think that dancers are dumb. And
Right.
people like you and others, are prime examples that no, we are educated, we have our degrees, we have, some of us have our masters, and we've even met some doctors, who are dancers. Some doctors who have left their doctor profession to dance. So
That's true.
I just wanted to get back and touch base with you on that, and you can talk about what you got coming up in North Carolina. I'm interested to know, since you went to school there, do they really come out and support you there?
Great. Actually, this week I leave to go to South Carolina.
South Carolina, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but next month I do go to North Carolina, and they are doing. I'm working with a new group, new artists, and while I'm there, they're setting up a workshop for me there as well in North Carolina. But the crazy thing is that when anyone does come anywhere near that area, they usually have people travel to come to classes, whether it be from North Carolina or South Carolina. I think to answer your question, do my fellow Aggies or A&T people come to support me
Yes.
for the work? I can't say that they don't. I'm just going to say that there's a few that do come, and I think it's just a lack of knowledge. And I think that if they are attending college, a lot of them either I'm too far. South Carolina will probably be too far for them to travel,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be costly for them because they would have to pay for the workshop, pay for a hotel, or if they don't have to pay for a hotel, they still have to pay for gasoline to get there. And being young college students, it's really hard for them to get out there.
Yes, I understand.
But I think for them, mostly, I think it's more so a lack of knowledge. Either A, not knowing that I'm going to be there, B, not knowing who I am, or those are pretty much the two main reasons why they probably don't even come. And the ones that do come, like I said, is probably because they're extremely serious about dance. They do research and they support, or they happen to be my fraternity brothers or something like that.
Yes, I understand. Now, because I see that you're on the road a lot more often now, with your workshops. I see it all online. What do you feel that you're offering that's different than the other choreographers out there?
Right, what I'm offering, it's different. Well, you know what? It all depends who's out there teaching. There are some working choreographers that are out there that do teach, like I know, like Jamal Sims and Draco Johnston, and a few others. They're out there, working in the industry as well as doing workshops out there and educating young people in the industry. I think that the difference between maybe, us and maybe someone who's not a working choreographer or dancer is that we bring to them the knowledge and experience of actually being on set, working with artists. Pretty much so experience is probably the key thing. For example, if a dancer does come to me and ask me questions about, what did it feel like to work with Chris Brown, or how does it feel like to be on set of Step Up Revolution, or, I know that you've done animation. What's the difference between choreographing, let's say something for a movie like Shark Tale as opposed to a movie like Stomp the Yard? I'm able to educate these young people and let them know, what's the difference between choreographing animation compared to maybe a movie like Step Up Revolution. Also, I can educate them on, how to go about getting those types of jobs. It's all about networking and meeting the right people, like producers and directors. We all know that other choreographers, other dancers are not the people that are hiring us. It's pretty much so, people like producers, directors, having a great relationship with your agent, and using them as that bridge to gap, that gap between you and, wherever it is, that meeting at Warner Brothers, that meeting at Paramount Studios to get that movie.
Yes.
So I think that, to answer your question, when we bring to the table that maybe they might not be able to, it's just the fact that, we do have that experience and that knowledge because we do it every day. This is our lives. This is what we do. As opposed to we just don't go around all over the country and just teach. That's not what we already do.
Okay, good. And what advice would you have for, let's say, the college student that's in college that loves to dance and they're working? What advice would you have for them, or what words of encouragement would you have for them, or maybe kind of guide them down the right path as far as trying to, balance all of that? Because that's a lot, like you said, with the traveling and everything, and, audition based upon where you're going to school at, auditions may not be in, Mississippi, you know what I mean? So it's like, what could that type of person do that really loves to dance, still wants to get their education, but, they might have to work because, they got to pay some bills still?
Right. The type of advice I would give to someone that's still in school and may not have the funds to travel to Los Angeles or maybe to workshops like Monsters of Hip Hop because they don't have the funds or the means, is that I would, first of all, if I was in college and I loved to dance, I would join a local dance team there. That was my first thing. Of course, I would take as many classes locally there in that city that they live in, learn as much as I possibly can there, and then once I graduate, and I'll just move to New York or LA or Atlanta, wherever they feel, they want to live, and try to pursue their career as a dancer. But like I said, if you don't have a lot of money, there's always, there's this, this great invention, of course, called the internet. Everyone goes on it all the time, and, whether they go on YouTube and they have to teach themselves maybe dances that other choreographers or instructors here in the Los Angeles area post, maybe they might want to try to do that because that's always free. But the main thing is being able to, in your town, get as much training as possible. Take all the ballet classes and jazz and, if there's b-boy classes and other hip-hop classes, any kind of style, all styles of dance, while you're there, train as hard as you can and then take it to the next level. Once you graduate, you can always move and train here in Los Angeles and start to work in the industry.
Yes, I agree. How would you feel, because we've been, like I said, we've been doing a lot of running around, and another thing that we've noticed as far as dance is concerned as a whole is that people, it's not that they don't respect it, it's more so, like you said, just a lack of knowledge and lack of awareness. Us as the magazine, if we were to keep bringing awareness to the behind the scenes of what it takes for you guys to actually pull off the things that we actually see, you know, in the movie theaters or on TV or just, you know, all the different videos and things like that. Do you think that would help bring a more appreciation to dance? Do you think that would raise the awareness to it if someone like us, because it doesn't have to be us, it could be somebody else that just, you know, focused on that artistic side of the production part of it? Because, you know, you always see the artist, you know, granted, the media is always going to take to that first. But let's say that there were other entities focusing on the dance aspect of it. Do you think that would help bring more awareness to the actual art form?
Yeah, for dancers that don't have that luxury of knowing that you're talking about? Is that what you're thinking?
The general public. I believe the general public needs to know how hard dancers, you know, are working and how much that you guys are a part of the performance as well as the actual star.
Absolutely. That always baffles me that, you know, that people think that the artist choreographed it. And of course they get all the props and not understanding and knowing that there is someone behind the scenes that's actually creating those steps for that artist or for that movie.
Yes.
It's not the actors that choreographed it. It's not, you know, the artist that choreographed it. There's someone like a choreographer that literally is busting their butt, and I can speak from experience that, I mean, there are times that we're just completely stressed out because we're trying to make it the best award show for them, or the best movie for them, or the best video for them, which going crazy trying to find ideas and new things, just so that way, you know, they can stand out and they can look amazing. And then at the end of the day, you know, the video gets awarded, and they get the prize.
Yes,
and
I
then
understand.
we sit back there being the ghost. It's like you're a ghost. I call it those choreographers. You know, you just in the background like, okay, hello, I'm still here. but you know, I guess it comes with the territory. It's been done for so many years, and not to say that it's right, but there are still some artists that do give props to the choreographer. I know I've heard Justin Timberlake give props to Marty Kudelka, you know, and then Chris Brown is another one. You know, they always bring up Rich and Tone. He always brings up Rich and Tone and Fly, and anyone else that may have choreographed his video or show. You know, so you know there are some that do, but again, people still don't know who they are. You know, at least the general public don't know. And I think that one of the things that is out there that helps a little bit is shows like So You Think You Can Dance, because it allows us to be in the forefront. But not everybody's fortunate enough to do a show like that.
Yes.
You know, not everybody gets to be asked to be on a show. So what happens to those choreographers that are doing these great things and they're not part of a reality show? Then, you know, people just don't know. So I think that's one of the reasons why people are trying to use YouTube even so more now, because they don't have to ask permission anymore.
Yes.
They just do it. They just put their stuff up. They'll put their choreography reel up. They'll put their video up. They'll put, you know, their classes up, whatever, so that way the general public will understand and know that, you know, hey, I did this, not so-and-so artist or not so-and-so, you know, whatever studio, which is a movie studio.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, but I agree. But if you guys was to go behind the scenes and do interviews and, you know, life of a choreographer behind the scenes, that would be amazing, because I think that, you know, people do need to know that.
Yes, and I think that, like I said, it'll bring more awareness, and people will be more in tune to, you know, come out to workshops and things like that, and parents will be more willing to have their kids be a part of the arts, because, you know, parents, they're used to taking their kids to soccer and basketball and baseball, things like that. But when it comes to dance, it's like, I don't know about that. I don't see a future in that. But if they know there is a concrete future and it is success at the end of the tunnel, that maybe they'll be more willing to have their kids engage in it.
Yeah, I agree. I so agree. I think that a lot of parents, and it's only because they don't know.
Yes.
When you don't know, then, you just don't know. Because there's so many people that say, oh, I didn't know that you could make, this amount of money dancing or choreographing. I didn't know there was money to be made on here. Not only is there money to be made, but the best part for me is that because I am so passionate about it, and because I love what I do, it always feels like I'm not working, but at the same time, you're working, making money, you're able to own a home, you're able to drive a nice car. And the good thing is now that, a lot of dancers are becoming part of SAG-AFTRA, they're getting pensions, they're getting, medical insurances and all that stuff covered just like a regular job.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that one of the main things I remember, when I told my parents that I was going to dance, though they were extremely supportive. I was a high school teacher prior to dancing, so, I had benefits and I had a steady job and I knew where I was going Monday through Friday, all year round. I had a job. Two things concerned them. One, they were like, okay, as you get older, you need insurance. And then secondly, you need stability. You need to be able to know where your next job is coming or coming from. And, to just step out there, it's kind of hard, and they were really concerned about that. And I agree. It's not easy, and it's not for everybody. It's not everyone's purpose in life. But I say that if you are passionate about it, then maybe this is your purpose. Then you should at least try it. And if things don't work out, then at least you can always live your life saying, "Well, I tried. It just didn't work out for me."
Mm-hmm.
But just know, and I want to let everyone out there know that you can earn a decent living off of dancing and choreographing. You can have insurance. You can have a pension. You can have a retirement fund. You can, drive a nice car and still do what you love to do. You don't have to be a lawyer or a doctor or an athlete. Not all of us, are that.
Yes, I agree. All right, Chuck, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I'm just going to ask you one final question. Where do you see dance going? Like, I know you were talking about, so you think you can dance as far as that show and how it exposes the dancers, to the masses and, even some of the choreographers. Where, do you think that there's another show that's needed or, something else that takes things to a next level? Because, those shows have been on for a while. And, after a while, if it's not getting the ratings and everything, eventually they take it off the air like they did America's Best Dance Crew. Where do you see, dance going next? Do you think it's going to be another show? Do you think it's going to be another big movie? What's going to keep the evolution going?
Well, I could definitely tell you that there will be more movies to come. I think that we're now in a time period kind of like that in the day where dance was relevant, with Gene Kelly and your Debbie Reynolds and your Fred Astaire, all those people, they were triple threats. I think that we are going that route. There's going to be more movies like Chicago, like Dreamgirls. Even like movies like South the Art and Step Up Revolution. And there's already talk about, Step Up Revolution 5 maybe. I don't know.
Yes, I heard that. I heard that too.
Yeah, so just to hear that, whether it's true or not, it lets me know that there's a future for dance.
Yes.
And people are trying to find out what's the next big thing, what can we do with it. And I know that people are putting it in, video games, for kids, which is absolutely brilliant because not only do you learn how to dance, but you can get your kids on up and dancing and moving and also exercising the health part of it as well.
Yes.
So creating those, games for PlayStation and Xbox and so on, and then of course animation, take it for granted because we see cartoons, but anytime they're moving and they're dancing, that's choreographed by someone. That means some choreographer got employed, some dancer got employed, and they got paid to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we see it all the time now with the new, DreamWorks movies that come out, DreamWorks and Disney and all that. So I see a very bright future for dance. There will be more shows to come on TV. There will be more movies to come out, and I think that I'm I've even heard of people talking about putting it in as an icon on a phone where you can just click on an icon and you can learn how to, dance like your favorite choreographer or your favorite dancer. So there's a lot of things coming out that, that deal with dance, and I'm just happy because, this lets me know that there is a future still for me here in dance, and I don't have to go back out to corporate America.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that.
Right.
Well, Chuck, thank you again for your time and your words. It's always appreciated, and I'm pretty sure that the kids will appreciate it, for generations to come. Because what we feel that we're doing, it may not be for everyone right now, but it may be definitely for the kids that are coming up in the future. Because I remember me coming up myself as a dancer. I couldn't talk to someone like you. I never even dreamed or imagined that I would. I just knew that I loved to dance, and I saw what I saw on TV, and, I saw what I saw in the clubs, but I never could talk to someone like you to be like, wow, well, Anthony, all you have to do is do this, that, and the third, and, you could take it to the next level if you're really passionate and dedicated, and you could work hard to it. There was never any middleman to step in to, excuse me, to help me or any other the dancers that I knew. So I know that what you're doing right now, the next generations to come up, all they're going to have to do is listen. That's all. We're making it easy for them. Like, all you have to do is listen. Your path may not be theirs, but your path is definitely a stepping stone. And we just want to say that we appreciate you, taking the time, because, you don't have to.
Right. I mean, because I love that. I love doing this, and I love, clearing the path and helping someone, move forward in their career. And that's why we work as hard as we do, not only for ourselves, but for the next generation of dancers and choreographers to come, to make it that much easier for them. And one of the things that they're really blessed with that I didn't have, that you didn't have, is that, with social media, having Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, they can contact their favorite choreographers and dancers just by, going on the internet.
Yes.
And a lot of people really do reply back. I know that I reply back to everybody. I'm going to say almost everybody, because it depends. There's some days you get overwhelmed with it, but I try my very best to answer everyone's question. It's better if they contact me on Twitter, though, or Instagram, more so than Facebook. Because Facebook, it becomes overwhelming for me. I'm a little overwhelmed with Facebook. but definitely, at my Twitter is at Chuck Maldonado. And for those who want to, follow me, I pretty much will post, like, my jobs and things that I'm doing and what's going on in the day in the life of Chuck. So I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions.
Wow, Chuck, we appreciate that. Again, it's something else that you don't, have to do, and people should definitely take advantage of it if this is what they, claim that they want to do. Because I know a lot of dancers, Chuck, and everybody, they say they love dancing, but if you love it, it's just like with education. You have to go out there and you got to research it. You got to go get it by any means necessary. And it's not just the dancing. I think that's the biggest misconception right there. They think everything is just about the dancing, and it's not. It's like you said, it's the networking, it's everything, it's the education, it's the total package, it's your personality, it's everything. It's not just about the dancing. I mean, everybody can dance, anybody can manifest that spirit if they really wanted to. It's the total package that helps, take it to the next level.
I agree totally, and that's what makes the difference. There's a difference between someone who works and someone who doesn't. Someone who understands all of that you just said, usually the ones that take it to the next level and do work. It's not about the best steps. It's not about being the best dancers. We all know that the best dancers and the very best choreographers don't get the jobs. But it's those that are truly smart and understand the industry and understand everything. That it's a full package from how you look, how you present yourself, to how your resume looks, how good are your pictures, to how much pride do you take in updating your choreography reel as well as your resume. and also having a really good relationship with your management staff, whether it be your agent or your manager or your publicist. And, it's a business. At the end of the day, like anything else, like working in corporate America, it is a business, and you have to treat it as so.
Yes, I definitely agree. Well, Chuck, I don't want to hold you up anymore. I just want to say thank you again. We appreciate every time that, we're on the phone with you. We really do appreciate it, and it's definitely going to go a long way. And we wish you nothing but much success and continued success. And we'll be getting you that magazine soon, and then we hope to, keep producing them and, have your own special edition. I think that you and a lot of other people deserve it. It's about time that we start acknowledging everybody and not just the celebrities. They're great, and we've been, acknowledging them, all these years, but it's about time that you guys are acknowledging the same way. There's no reason why you can't sit down on Oprah. You know what I mean? It should be across the board as far as the arts and talent.
Right. And I always say someone who's a celebrity is someone that we actually sit there and celebrate their presence.
Yes.
And we all can be that.
Yes.
We want to be worthy of that. That when you walk into a room, that people celebrate who you are, what you've done, what you've accomplished, and we're grateful for all those people. And that to me is a true celebrity. It's not just someone who's wearing dark shades and walking down the red carpet and did a couple of movies. It's more than that to me. They have to earn that title of being a celebrity, because I only celebrate those who are worthy of being celebrated.
Yes,
so.
I agree. Well, Chuck, you have a great day, and we will definitely be in touch, and I'll be sending you that magazine. As soon as we get them, I'll be sending you yours out first thing.
All right. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and call me whenever you like. I would love to always share whatever it is I can with you guys.